What's up, beautiful people? I am Rain of Successfully Single Online. Welcome to Successfully Single TV. I am a successfully single coach for my posse, my people pleasers, my codependent folks, my givers, my big-hearted lovies, all of those amazing people. I couldn't wait to press record because, first of all, this video was brought to you by The Switch Up, Why We Fall for Who He Pretends to Be and How to Stop, which is available at successfullysingle.online. Successfullysingle.online. It is an ebook that I wrote because I was asking, like, what are some questions that you have, and I did some research. I learned from some experience, and I put together this ebook because a lot of your questions were about relationships and why they don't last and why they switch up and how this happens. And oh, I just thought of another video to do. This is so amazing. So I couldn't wait to do this video because I wanted to tell you about you. If you don't know, if you're watching this and you're part of the posse, which means that you are or were a people pleaser, but you still have people pleasing tendencies, that you have codependent traits, that you are a giver. You're probably been told you're too nice on multiple occasions. You love loving on people. You love supporting people. You have a big heart. And you're in a cycle that you want to end. You're learning to set boundaries. You know that you need to set boundaries, or you don't know that you need to set boundaries, but you need to find your voice. If you're a part of the posse, I want to tell you something, and it's really important. So you focused, you listening. Okay. You are not just anybody. Dramatic pause because I needed to sink in. You are not just anybody. The way that you love, the way that you care, the way that you give. I said this in I had a 3-day boot camp recently. It was called Back Up to Boundaries. Helping you find your voice so you can gain some peace and happiness in your life. And I was speaking on I was reading an article that I stumbled across. It wasn't even part of the boot camp, but I came across it and I'm like, oh, this is good. I have to tell them. I have to read this to them. They were just really touching on how dope and amazing it is the way you love. Your capability to love someone so fully and so deeply. Your level of understanding, your level of non-judgment, the way you give, how big your heart is, how many people you want to help, how many people you genuinely care for, and among all the things happening in the world with you being betrayed, you being cheated on, you being lied to, you being lied about, lied on, you being hurt, you feeling alone, you feeling isolated, you being in this continuous cycle that you desperately want to stop, but you're just trying to figure out how. You pouring your soul to people only for them not to listen, only for them not to think it's important, only for them to do the very same things that you just told them someone else did that hurt them. You are still loving. After all of that, you still choose love. You still desire to love. Do you know how many people would have given up already? Do you know how many people would have created these huge walls, these defense mechanisms, would have told themselves time and time again, I don't want this, I don't want to love, I don't want to give, would have tried to reprogram who they really are because they're trying to figure out why the cycle keeps continuing? You are amazing. You are not just anybody. You are resilient. The love in you is so deep that the things and the people of this world that have tried to come against you and hurt you and harm you and break you down haven't even scratched the surface. That's amazing. had to take a pause because I keep telling you, I am you. And as I'm saying this, I'm realizing that I need to say this in the mirror because it applies to me too. The way you love is not regular. The way you love so deeply and so thoroughly, this is why we have Back Up to Boundaries Bootcamp. This is why it's important for you to find your voice. This is why it's important for you to set boundaries. There are so many people who have been blessed by just being in your presence, being able to experience you. Do you know how many people have experienced you, and because they have, they know like there is a God. They know like they're because God made people like this. Like, wow, this person came into my life and did nothing but love me. I didn't give them any reason to. I broke their trust. They forgave me. Now you better than me with that one. I'm just saying. They put me in a better position than I was when I met them. I had a friend and I told him when I was deep in it, y'all. I was deep in it. I was searching and I was looking and I was trying to find a way out of the cycle. I told my friend at the time, I said, every guy I've been with, I always leave him better than I found him. And I thought it was so crazy because he told me that I think his grandmother or a relative of his told him that he should always leave a relationship, leaving that woman better than he found her. And I said, I'm a whole gentleman out here in these streets. Always leaving men better than I found them. Always. Always. And you do the same thing because if nothing else, you've added your love, you've added your care, you've added your light. And I just want you to take a minute and like revel in the amazement that is you. You are not just anybody. That's why it's important for you to set these boundaries. Because you genuinely desire to give, and there are people who genuinely desire to take. You have to guard your heart. You have to guard your love. You have to guard your peace. You have to do it. And you may feel like a villain for doing it, but do it anyway. Because one thing that we tend to do, you know, if you have people-pleasing tendencies, you probably were, you may have been, it could be something that happened in childhood. It's like being groomed to be a people-pleaser. So because we're so hyper-focused on other people and pleasing them, we forget to give the love to ourselves. And this is something that we should have been taught and something that we should have learned, and we didn't. So please don't get it in your head that you're the villain. You should have been doing these things. I'm sure you can take a moment and look around you or think about those people in your lives who have no problem setting boundaries. They are nothing close to people pleasers. They do for themselves. And you have a genuinely kind heart. All the love and everything you pour into other people, you deserve that back. You deserve that back. And I want you to get it. I want you to start by giving it to yourself. Give yourself that love. Give yourself that grace. Understand how amazing you are. How dope you are. Understand how amazingly blessed a person would be to be loved by you. That's why you can't just be out here pouring from an empty cup. I hope you continue to heal. I hope you continue to learn. I hope you continue to grow. I hope you continue to love on yourself. Because you are worth it. You deserve it. You give so much love to the loved ones around you, to the world. You have so much light. People are better just from knowing you. And you don't even know it. You walk around a whole angel. Ain't even know. Ain't that something? You are not just anybody. Please guard your love. Guard your heart. If you give it freely without expectation. If you have expectation, verbalize that expectation so the other person is aware. So you're not just setting yourself up for hurt. But guard it. Keep it safe. You deserve peace. all you've done, you deserve peace. And I want that for you, okay? Thank you for watching this video. Again, it was brought to you by The Switch Up, Why We Fall for Who He Pretends to Be, and How to Stop, which is available at successfullysingle.online. You so dope with your dope. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Be great somewhere else, okay? I'll see you in the next video.